Right here is the most powerful woman in my eyes in my lifetime, outside of my mother. Outside of my mother and a woman who bared both of my children. This woman right here is the most powerful woman in my lifetime. Right here. And this is being realistic. And she deserves way more respect, way more admiration, and more praise than what she is given. And I'm not saying that she's not getting that already, but I'm telling you, for the work that she has put in, for her vision, for her eye to be so strong, to be living at that time and see what was going on truly with us, and what is going, and what was, where we were heading to, and to put herself out there at a time when there wasn't many strong black women that was taking inventory of what the so-called black man was going through. So this woman right here, before Kevin Samuels came along, before all of these now shows, these psychologists, these life coaches, these relationship coaches, all of these people, before they all came along, this woman right here. And guess what? You know why none of them mentioned her right now? Is because they all have an agenda behind what they are doing, and they're not telling you the full truth. See, they'll tell you about better in a relationship, but you will never be better without our children being better. And you will never be better. Our race will never be better being educated and medically evaluated by the same bloodline that performed genocidal acts. The same bloodline that performed some of the most horrific acts to create the world in which we live in today. Electricity, gas, water, fruits, vegetables, all of the resources that we are paying for today naturally come from the earth. The things that we didn't pay for before slavery, things that we had at an abundance. So when people sit there and brag about the dead presidents that they are receiving, that they have, when they talk about getting at a bag, that's all a ritual. That's all to continue to keep the prison around you as an individual and your race. To literally talk about getting the same money that was built off the genocide of women and children. You should be disgraced. You are a disgraceful individual to be prideful of your own prison, to be prideful of your own enslavement, and to compartmentalize your own brothers and sisters for not making what you call success. When every dollar that you have earned over here is destroying a brother, a child somewhere else that looks just like you, that shares your genetic makeup in another country. To be proud to earn a living on a planet that provides everything for you. That's the deepest and the most deadliest slave to encounter. The one that is prideful of its enslavement and ignorant to it at the same time. That's the most dangerous one.
Again, remember, the entire civilization is built on keeping the black man and the black woman apart. When I first came out doing the Black Man's Guide back in 1990, people was fighting with me. They was having protests. It was like that thing you saw on there with Kavanaugh. People be outside pushing and shoving and getting us through. It was awful, okay? These are black women, that's what I'm saying. Everywhere I went, it was going on. And they was having town hall meetings about me, the whole thing. They had t-shirts, right? All that stuff. And the band shirts out all I got one, I saved. But at any rate, this went on for about 6 months. And then it took a curve. The women and the men started listening to me. The women and the men start coming to the meetings together and talking and trying to get things worked out. That's when they took me off television. Because the enemy is not going to let nobody put the black man and the black woman back together under no circumstance. Again.
Absolutely. Because when we come back together, then our children are not vulnerable no more. This is what we must wake up to. For every so-called black child that is suffering on this planet, whether in America, Africa, no matter what continent it may be on, for every one organic, we talking about organic black child that is suffering, that will always lead up to 150 to 200 grown adults, or even not more, that will suffer on this planet. We will never heal as a species. We will never heal as a race until we take full responsibility for our children, full responsibility for their health, physical health, their mental health, what they are eating, what they are ingesting, and what they are learning. That is our responsibility. That is not another species' job to maintain yours. And you would, and what, now I want you to really think about this. If buffaloes was to raise their children, if mother buffaloes was to raise their children to love all species, even love the very species that consider them to be their favorite food. Buffaloes are lions' favorite food. Look it up. Buffaloes are lions' favorite food. Can you imagine a mother buffalo giving birth to her baby and taking them to lion school, taking them to the lion's doctor to be medically evaluated? Will the lion ever tell the mother buffalo the truth about their children? Will the lion ever tell the mother buffalo the truth through educating their children? Will the lion ever do that? Why would it do that when it's its favorite food source? I hope that didn't go over many of you heads, because somewhere along the line y'all think somebody's coming here to save you, and for some reason I keep hearing how black men are going to pay. That's not a problem. I can deal with that, and I'm all for that. But who are going to pay for the abandonment of children? Who's going to pay for that? Who's going to pay for that right there? See, we don't want to take inventory in that, but we all can take inventory that women are asexual, parthenogenesis, that they can have produce babies on their own because there is no man God, there is a female only. So we can all take inventory in that. Those that don't want to stick with science but only want to go to that religion and that man book, don't worry about it. Your day is coming, so that way you can deal with reality truthfully. Don't you worry about that. But for a child, the direct responsibility for the mental and physical health of a child from 0 to 9 years of age is the mother. No child is born. You can't find this nowhere in nature. No child is born looking for their father at birth. They are all looking for their mother. Mother passed down wisdom, spiritual knowledge, unconditional love, and accountability. And that is gone in our species. That is gone. So we can't blame how our children are turning out when someone else is medically evaluating them, as well as educating them, and nutrition as well, through knowledge and well as nutrition. So stop it. Stop it. Stop thinking somebody's going to come and save you from the shit that we actually can take care of ourselves. You don't know how your brothers and sisters are looking at us right now. Women that are coming from the stars are going to deal with women on the ground. Men that are coming from the stars are going to deal with these fucking males that are on the ground. How hopeless and helpless you sound as a man when it comes to the defense of our species, but yet you can gang up with your brothers and take over a corner, do some shootings, do some robbery, go jump a motherfucker. But you mean to come to tell me when it comes to our children, the perseverance of our species, you have lost all testosterone when it comes to that. Now get mad at me all you want, but look in the mirror and get mad at yourself.